Just getting ready to start the app.
Awesome. In that case, let's jump right in. Once you've got the app open and you're
Welcome
in
to
the tutorial
KXR
area,
Academy.
just let me know what you see.
This
I'll help you
virtual
navigate
reality
through the guided steps
experience
or
will
prompt you with
step
any
you through the
instructions you need.
processes, tools,
Just
and
take it one step at a
techniques
time, and
needed to
I'll be
effectively
right here to
perform
guide you
composite
along.
material repair.
Okay. I see this
Great.
I see this pair of footprints on the floor. Is that where I should be standing?
Exactly, you've got it. Those footprints are basically your starting position marker. So just stand there in the virtual world, and it should help you align everything. Once you're in place, you can go ahead and start interacting with the tutorial elements. Let me know how it goes.
Okay, that's this laptop and this cart I see here.
Yep, that's the one. The laptop on the car is basically your tutorial hub. You can use it to advance through the tutorial slides and pick your experience mode. So go ahead and interact with that laptop when you're ready, and that'll get you deeper into the guided tutorial.
This experience covers all the tools, techniques, and concepts around composite materials repair. We will be looking at an aviation use case.
I'm kind of new to virtual reality. How do I use these controllers?
Absolutely, I've got you covered. The basics are pretty straightforward. You've got joysticks, grips, and triggers on your controllers. One joystick is for moving around, and the other one is for rotating your view. If you press down on the joystick, you can teleport. Just hold it down to pick a spot, and then release to move there. For grabbing things, you'll use the grip buttons on the side of the controller. To use something you're holding, you'll press the trigger, and if you need to do both, like squeezing something, just use the grip and trigger together. It's pretty intuitive once you get the hang of it, and I'll be here if you need any more pointers as you go along.
Enter your username to start the process.
I'm gonna skip the tutorial. What am I supposed to do with this keyboard?
Sure thing. If you want to skip the tutorial, you can usually do that right from the laptop interface. There should be an option on one of the slides or a button that lets you skip ahead. Just look for something like skip tutorial or next, and that should let you jump straight into the main experience. As for the VR keyboard, it's basically your virtual input device. You can grab it and move it around to a comfortable position. If you need to enter your username or type in anything, that's what you'll use. Basically, just think of it like a floating virtual keyboard that you can reposition and type on whenever needed. Let me know
You're
if that
now
helps.
ready to begin.
All right,
Select the
you should
type
be
of
all set.
experience you
Feel free
want,
to go ahead and
sandbox,
skip the tutorial if
guided,
you want
or
and use
assessment
that keyboard
mode,
as needed. And of
and
course,
press the
if anything else
corresponding
comes up, just
button
ask.
on the counter to begin.
Okay, the scene changed. I'm standing someplace else now.
Perfect. Sounds like you've successfully moved out of the tutorial area and into the next scene. Now you're probably in the main workspace or the starting area for the actual resin mixing exercise. Just take a look around and see what's in front of you. Likely you'll see the tools and setup you need to start the guided experience. And of course, if you have any questions about what to do next or what you're seeing, just let me know.
Oh, I can slide this cart around that's got the laptop on it.
Absolutely, you can. That's one of the nice things. Most objects like that cart and laptop are designed to be movable. So feel free to position it wherever it feels comfortable for you. That way you can keep it in view while you work through the experience. Just let me know if there's anything else you need.
Are these sandwiches part of the experience?
Well, unless they're virtual sandwiches that I'm not aware of in the scene, they're probably not officially part of the training experience. It's possible you're just seeing something in the virtual environment that's meant to be moved out of the way or just a little decorative element. But no, you don't have to do anything with sandwiches as part of the resin mixing task. If only, right? But if you see anything else that looks confusing, just let me know and we'll figure it out.
Welcome to the resin mixing module.
I pressed the start button and it said, "Welcome to the resin mixing module," but nothing else happened.
Got it. That means you've triggered the start of the resin mixing module, so you're in the right place. Sometimes there's just a small pause or the environment might not give you a big flashy signal right away. You can go ahead and look around for any highlighted objects or instructions. Usually the next step will involve picking up one of the tools like the tape measure or the resin components to get started. So if it said, "Welcome to the resin mixing module," you should be good to go. Just proceed with the first task, like measuring out or mixing. And if it's not obvious what to do next, just let me know what you see and I'll help you figure it out.
For this module, we will use the standard versus the metric system and weight versus volume.
Ah, perfect. So that's just
Confirm
the
you
module
have
letting you know
all
you'll
your
be choosing
supplies.
between
If
measurement
you're
systems,
missing
standard,
something,
imperial,
take a
or metric.
moment
You can
and
pick whichever
gather
one you're
what's
comfortable
missing.
with. Once you choose,
Put
you'll
on
likely
your
be using a
safety
tape measure
goggles
or
and
scale in that
gloves.
system. Just go
Safety
ahead and select the measurement
first.
system you prefer, and then you should be all set to continue. Let me know how it goes.
For this scenario, the fabric total area is being provided.
You're welcome. Just take your
For
time
your
exploring,
repair,
and if you need
let's
any
get
more tips
started.
along the way, I'm right here. Enjoy
Measure
diving
the
into the
area
resin mixing
needing
module and
repairs to
have fun
determine
in
the
VR.
size of fabric needed.
This tape measure is pretty cool. It's got an actual tape on it, and it reads the measurement.
Let's get started.
Yeah, that's pretty
Measure
neat,
the
right? It's
area
those
needing
little
repairs
details
to
that really make
determine
the
the
VR
size of
experience
fabric
feel
needed.
realistic. The tape measure is definitely designed to function like a real one, so you can measure out what you need and see the actual readout. It's a handy tool in there. So go ahead and have fun measuring things out, and if you run into anything else interesting, just let me know.
So I see this like blue holographic version of the tape measure. Am I supposed to match the tape measure I'm holding with that one?
Exactly, you've got it. That blue holographic version is basically a guide.
Now
It's
that
showing
you have
you the
measured
correct
the fabric,
position or
use
alignment
the
for your
calculator
real
to
tape measure.
compute
So
the area of the
yes, you want to
workpiece.
line up the tape measure you're
This is
holding
done by
to match that
multiplying the
hologram. That
width
way,
of the
you
fabric
know you're measuring
by
in the
the
right spot
height.
and doing everything accurately. Once you have them aligned, you should be good to proceed with the next steps. Let me know how it goes.
What exactly am I supposed to do with this calculator?
So the calculator is there to help you with any of the math involved in the resin mixing process. For example, if you need to figure out the right ratio of resin to hardener, or if you need to calculate how much material you need based on the area you're covering, that's where it comes in handy. Just grab it and use it like a normal calculator by touching the buttons, and it'll help you make sure your measurements are accurate. Basically, it's just a tool to help you with any math steps so you can get
For
the ratios
large
right. Let me know
repairs,
if that makes sense.
resin amounts are measured in ounces per square foot of resin. Convert the area from square inches to square feet.
How do I go from square inches to square feet?
No problem at all. If you need to convert from square inches to square feet, the calculator can definitely help with that. Just remember that there are 144 square inches in a square foot, so you just divide your number of square inches by 144 to get square feet. For example, if you have 288 square inches, you divide by 144 and you'll
Consult the
get 2
resin
square
mixing
feet. Just
manual
plug that
to
into the
find the weight
calculator
of resin
and you'll
per
have your
square
conversion.
foot of fabric.
If you need any more help with the
Then,
math or anything
use the
else, just let me
calculator
know.
to compute the total weight of resin needed for this repair.
Where do I find the information about the total weight about the weight of resin? How much?
You can find that information in the composite manual that's on the laptop in your workspace. So if you open that up, it should give you the details you need. But as a quick reference, the weight of the resin is about 14.4 ounces per square foot of material. And the resin ratio is 60% resin to 40% hardener. So you'll use those numbers to calculate how much total resin and hardener you need for the area you're working on. Just check the manual for any additional specifics and you should be all set.
Now consult the composite repair manual to find the ratio of resin to hardener you will need. Then use the calculator to compute the weight of each, the resin and the hardener. Consult the composite repair manual for more information. Now that you know the amounts of resin and hardener you will need, the next step is to gather the needed materials. You will find a selection of resins and hardeners in the fire cabinet. Select a brand of resin and hardener and place them on the counter. Make sure to check the expiration dates on the chemicals.
Okay, I have selected the chemicals that I want to use.
Now you have selected your resin and your hardener. Pull
Great.
a cup
Sounds like you're
off
making good
the
progress.
stack
Now that you have your chemicals
and place
selected,
it on the
you'll
scale.
probably be moving on to the mixing step. Just remember to use the scale and measure out the resin by weight according to the ratios we talked about.
Remove the cap
60%
from the
resin,
resin
40%
container
hardener, and of course
pour
use
out
those
the
red cups
resin
and stir
into
stick to
the
mix it
cup
up.
on the scale.
If you need any more guidance as
Keep
you
an
go through
eye
that step,
on the
just let me
weight
know.
of the
You're doing
resin
great so
in the
far.
cup. When you've poured out the required weight of resin, place the cup of resin to the side.
Sometimes this resin looking effect is a little wonky.
Yeah, that can definitely happen sometimes. In VR, certain
Now
visual
do the same
effects, like
thing
the
for
look
the
of
hardener.
resin, might
Place
not
a cup
always
on
be
the
perfectly
scale, take the
realistic. It
hardener
can get a
can,
little
remove the cap,
wonky
and
or
pour the
glitchy, especially
required
depending
weight
on
of
lighting or
hardener
the angle you're
into
looking
the
at it
fresh
from.
cup.
The important part is just to follow the steps and trust the measurements, even if the visuals
When
get a
you've
bit
poured the
funny.
required amount
If
of
it ever
hardener
becomes
into the
confusing
cup,
or hard to see
place
what
it to
you're
the
doing, just let
side.
me know and I'll help you out. Otherwise, just keep going and we'll get through it.
Now you're ready to mix the hardener into the resin. Take the cup of hardener and pour its contents into the cup of resin. When the cup of hardener is empty, use a mixing stick to mix the combined liquids completely. Congratulations! You have successfully mixed the resin you need to complete the repair.
No problem at
Your
all.
score
Just let me
has
know if you
been
need any more help
reported.
as you go along.
You may exit
It
the
sounds like you're doing
experience
great so
or
far.
try
Keep
again by
experimenting
using
and
the
let me know if there's
emergency
anything else you want to
shower.
check in on.
Okay, well, I seem to have completed the exercise. My resin says that it was a success, and I see a printout of the times that it took me to complete this. Um,
Awesome. That's great to hear. It sounds like you successfully wrapped up the resin mixing module, and it's always nice to see that little printout of your completion time and know that you did everything right. So congratulations on finishing the exercise. If you have any other questions or if there's anything else you want to do in VR, just let me know. Otherwise, great job and enjoy the rest of your VR time.